Have you heard about the Nerevarine? Supposedly, he's been seen on the mainland again.
Not a chance in Oblivion. There are confirmed Imperial reports he went north to Solstheim.
Oh yeah, the Imperials are well known for always telling the truth about their secret agents.
More so than some fanciful rumors you heard from a skooma addict.
Well, wherever he is, hopefully he's doing something productive.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Morrowind with Valdrin Celis. Today, as you can tell by our attire, we're going to go on vacation somewhere. And this particular vacation, I don't have a lot of set goals in mind. It's going to be very free-form, loosey-goosey. So let's head to Old Ebonheart. So yes, we've been to Old Ebonheart many a times. We've done a bunch of the quests here. I think there are more. And I figured we would just kind of wander around, pick up quests, talk to people on the road, explore the landscape. So that's what we're going to do. I should probably buy a weapon before we go out. I dropped off our most broken, overpowered gear because I always kind of like to start fresh when we go on vacation. I will buy a weapon though because I don't have one right now. What should we use? Should we use axes since we have a skill of 7 in it? Let's make this as painful as possible. Alright, we'll buy a steel axe, you know, not the bottom of the barrel, but not exactly the strongest weapon of all time. And we will be using this, at least till we find something cooler. If we really have to, I have a bound battle axe as well that we can switch to. So we'll see how it goes. Sometimes I feel like I don't appreciate the amount of work that goes into just the landscape design. So normally my videos are pretty structured and we're usually trying to do some faction or quest. I thought this would be a cool way to appreciate the amount of work that goes into building these landscapes of Tamriel Rebuilt and Project Cyrodiil. Hail the conquering hero, hail Nerevarine. We're all proud of you, Syrah, and many thanks for all you've done. So you're just a trainer out here? Yeah, I guess so. Alright, well. Enjoy your little camp out in the woods, I guess. I can't decide if these things are adorable or horrifying. I feel like they're kind of horrifying. At the same time, though, look at that guy. What is that, a fairy? Oh, it's a bug. A hostile bug. Haha! A Yeth grub. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. So another reason I wanted to do a series like this is whenever people describe Tamriel Rebuilt content or Project Tamriel, they talk about it in a very loving way. A lot of people, myself included, say Tamriel Rebuilt content is either equal to or, in my opinion, has surpassed the vanilla content. And I've definitely seen that on a quest-to-quest basis. I feel like generally speaking, Tamriel Rebuilt quests are way better than vanilla. But they've also been working on the game for a very long time, so it's, you know, it makes sense. Of course they're better at it. I'm just a crazy hostile lady, alright. Another aspect of Bethesda games, especially the older ones, that I feel is still true, is that exploration and dungeon delving is a core part of these games, especially Morrowind and Skyrim. Oblivion's exploration kind of sucks, honestly. So I thought, why not try and test that out? You know, does Tamriel Rebuilt's environmental storytelling and dungeon crawling and just exploration, is it up to par with Bethesda's? Is it better? They've managed to capture a lot of other aspects of Morrowind and improve upon it. So can the same be said about the exploration and the different dungeons you can go to? Lost? I'm not lost. I'm a scout. Are you lost? No, I'm not lost. So take just vanilla Morrowind for an example. You can pretty much pick any direction, wander into any dungeon, and you'll probably find at the very least some cool loot in there. Probably some artifact that's really good that will help you for the rest of the game. Or you might find hand-placed Daedric or some sort of super expensive, cool artifact in most dungeons. Sometimes they're pretty boring. I wouldn't say most Morrowind dungeons are that exciting. And then you have Skyrim, where I feel like you can pick any direction in that game and find something pretty interesting. The loot's not hand-placed, so you're going to get whatever you get in the chest. It might not be very exciting. There's usually a story in every single dungeon, and that's not something they really did in Oblivion that much, or in Morrowind. A lot of the dungeons are pretty, whatever. Of course, we're not counting quest dungeons. We're just talking about the random ones like this one. Now, this dungeon could be interesting. I don't know. It looks pretty interesting. There's some cool silverware here. I also went and created a set of bound armor spell that we can use if we really need it. All right, time to die. Get out of here. Yeah, green glass. That looks really cool. Blacksmith. All right. Little forge. Heavy chitin cuirass. Sure, we'll wear that. It's funny because our axe skill is 8, so we're actually kind of getting destroyed here by these skeletons. We are purposefully crippling ourselves, though. Let's use the bound battle axe. This guy's pretty freaking tough. Alright, we were just messing around. Well, this is not faring much better, but bound weapons do buff your stats. There we go. Yeah, I also want to show off the bound armor I made. So here's just normal Valdrin with some crappy armor we picked up. And then here's Valdrin with a full set of Daedric. I love bound armor in this game. It doesn't even weigh anything. So now we're a little bit overpowered. We're back to basically our normal self. Okay, what's going on up here? Okay, so a vault. This dungeon's already a lot more interesting than most of them in vanilla game. Like I said, the idea of this series is to see how Tamriel Rebuilt compares. Should we try to find the key, or should we just lockpick it? We could probably lockpick it. Greaves of Carefree Leaps. Constant weakness to blight disease and common disease. Okay, well that doesn't matter because we're the Nerevarine, so. And jump 20 points, slow fall 1 point. Oh, see, these dungeons are cool. Orcish Spear, we'll take that, looks pretty cool. Silver Flame Mauler, a lot of these look like unique weapons, huh? We'll take the glass arrows too. Orcish Spear, are there Orcish Spears in the vanilla game? I don't know if there are. Silver Flamebringer, that looks pretty cool too. That's probably just a silver warhammer. We'll stick with the axe though. I said we were going to use axes, so. Is there going to be like a necromancer in here, or is it just an army of undead? Probably need to heal again. And our Daedric wore off, so we're vulnerable. Okay, we're going to die. Whoa, that does give you pretty good jump. Why are you guys hitting so hard? I'm not prepared. I should have repaired some of our gear. I think it's broken already. There we go. Axe is 10. And we leveled up. Actually, we were probably already leveled up. Yeah, just by a little bit. 202 out of 10. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, I kind of love that slow fall effect. It's a little annoying, but it's also potentially really good. I think Tamriel Rebuilt does a good job of that, of creating unique artifacts that aren't necessarily overpowered, but they're interesting. Wow, Daedric Battle Axe is pretty good, huh? Volem Darnus. I don't know who this guy is. But now you're dead. Shego's Shelf. Sure. Any cool stuff in here, or is it just kind of random crap? It's looking like random crap. So that's another thing I feel like you notice when you go into some of these dungeons, is how much more detailed they are than the vanilla dungeons. But cool little small dungeon. It's about typical for a Morrowind one. A cool artifact you can take. A necromancer at the top. Yeah, look at that jump. Well, what is our jump beforehand? I don't even know. Pretty good, but not as good as with these pants. I already have a jumping problem. They're just enabling me now. Alright, where is this? The village of Dondril, huh? What do the people of Dondril believe and think? An errant Velk has been making a mess of the fields around Dondril. Most figure it must have escaped from the Felms Ithul paddock west of here. Wild Vec are usually too skittish to come close to settlements. We've driven them away, but they keep sneaking back to nibble our crops. Most figure it must have escaped from Felm's Ithul, a hamlet west of here where Velks are bred, since wild Velks are not usually so bold. We've driven it away, but it knows we can't harm it, and so it's quick to return. Okay, sounds like a side mission. Tell me about the town. This is the village of Dondril. It is home to law-abiding and hard-working farmers and simple craftsmen. Tell me about Felms. Just a hamlet west of here. They breed Velk nectar, gross, to be sent to Zvul to make Punavit? I don't know what that is. Probably a drink. Tell me about Dondril. Well, the village isn't much to look at if you catch my meaning, Outlander, but it's been good to me all these years. Some might not like all the foreigners we see on the road, but I don't mind them much. The Undernest Inn was attacked by Daedra the other night. I heard that a conjurer was resting there, trying to pass himself off as a pilgrim. That such things could occur in this enlightened age. I don't believe I've seen you in Dondril before. You look more capable than most. Would you be interested in a delivery to the Ilvi mine? I do the occasional job for Bowles Narvel, the proprietor of the Undernest Inn. I told Bowles I'd deliver some of his mazte to the mine, but then he offered me a taste of the merchandise, and I may have overindulged. Apparently, I fell over on the way down. Anyway, it's not a dangerous trip, but I don't think I can make it on a sprained ankle. You can keep the payment on delivery. I just need some time to recover. Still interested? Yeah, why not? Thank you. Take this mazte to the mine foreman. To get to the mine, take the road east and follow it towards Almalexia. Ooh, can we go to Almalexia? After a short distance, there will be a tomb on the right. Keep following the road towards Almalexia, and the next time the road forks, the mine will be on your right. I'm not going to remember those directions, but sure, if I think about it. Alright, let's check out the inn that everyone keeps talking about. Wherever it is. Is it just... oh, maybe it's just up here. Now, we are jumping a bit too high. Try not to break anything. I just got this place cleaned up from the antics of the last Outlander who came through here. A bard, he said. Ha! A conjurer is more like. He's probably well into the next town by now. If he has any sense, he's gone much farther. I don't get as many customers here as I'd like. Most travelers pass by without paying. Our little village a second thought. Ah well, more booze for me. True. True. Let's ask him about Punavit? Punavit is a high-class beverage of House Endoril made by fermenting Velk nectar. Its preparation and ritual consumption is complex and carefully regulated, and its distribution restricted. Unrefined Punavit weakens the body and mind, making one susceptible to spirit whispers. It is said that in its refined form, the beverage allows Endoril to commune with their ancestors. Well, I think we should be on our way. There's nothing much in this town. We will head east, though, and hope we can find that mine. Might have to take off those pants. I'm jumping way too high now. We're not even walking anymore. Guys, hostile? No? You're just trainers? Alright. That's refreshing. You come here about the horse? You should talk to Yvonne. Horse? I want a horse. There's no horses here. How do I get a horse? Or at least like a guar mount. So this is probably the tomb they're talking about. Let's go in. See what things we can find. Oh boy, my favorite people in the whole world. Can't wait to have 5 strength. Especially because we keep missing. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. No. Don't drain all my strength. Please. I need to have strength so I can carry all the fat loot in here. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I just now kind of put it together that of course they drain your strength, because then you can't carry out the stolen goods you're gonna pick up inside the freaking dungeon. Why did I never think of that before? That's actually pretty brilliant. You can hit Ghost with Daedric, right? See why you wouldn't be able to, but we seem to be not hitting anything here. Can you not hit Ghosts with bound weapons? I guess you can't. Either that or we're just getting real unlucky here. Get out of here. Thankfully, I still had one super powerful restore strength potion I made, but I think that was the last one, so that's not good. Little shrine. Oh, I guess there's just a shrine here. So pretty small dungeon. I think that's the entire thing. We've seen it all now. History of Almalexia, we'll take that. Obviously not some big, impressive, multi-leveled dungeon, but I don't really expect that in Morrowind. In fact, I kind of hated it when I played through Tribunal, so I don't mind little dungeons like that, even if they're not super crazy. Okay. You probably went the wrong way. Oh, wait, is this the mine? This could be a mine. No. Tremellanet? What's going here? Moon sugar. Maybe there's smugglers in here. You have to think, too, even the most basic of dungeons, unless they're just copying and pasting it from the vanilla game, which I don't think they ever do. Oh, there's a slave in there. Just how much work and effort has to go into designing these caves. Let's get you out of there, bud. How can I serve?
I hope. Are you here?
I guess I don't have the key. Well, the door's open, so if I find the key, I'll come back, I guess. Ma'am, slavery is wrong. I can't jump a normal distance. Keep flying into the ceiling. Ma'am, do you have the key? I'm trying to free all the slaves on the mainland. It's my new goal, you see. Oh, Axe 11. It would probably level up faster if we could hit more often. Come on. Down you go. I said down you go. I don't want to use another potion. There we go. No slave key, though. Okay. Ooh, I like your armor.
You will suffer greatly.
The shoulders kind of look like Imperial Guard armor from Oblivion with like spikes on it or something. Alright, we're gonna use the bound battle axe. It's taking too long.
You like the taste of your own blood, fetcher.
There we go. Spiked iron. That's kind of cool. Let's use that. There's the slave key. We'll grab it. There we go. Now we look pretty cool besides our hat. I guess we can take off our hat now. We've arrived. That's kind of our touristy hat. All right, what's going on in this little area here? Scroll of Hellfire. Sure. Some newt scale boots. Don't see those very often. Skooma. We don't need any of that. We just kicked it. Inside Almalexia's tongs. Pretty standard run-of-the-mill loot up here, though. Nothing too crazy. All right, well, let's go find that slave and free him. We're trying to redeem ourselves from all the evil we've committed the last couple times. I'm taking off these pants. We're jumping too high. It's hard to navigate. All right. Hey, go free.
Ah, at long last, freedom.
Yeah, no problem. Mind if I use your bed? I just needed to sleep for about 38 hours, so now I'm good, though. So at least so far, I feel like we're about even with Morrowind's dungeons. There was a really interesting one with some good loot. Two kind of, whatever. You know, if you're looking for dungeon crawls, you go in there. I haven't commented much on the terrain, though, and these trees look super cool. I love the ground cover. It's very different from anything you would ever see in Vardenfell. Get out of here. I'm trying to appreciate the textures. Although the bug does look pretty cool too, sir. Could you die? Thank you. It's interesting to see ground cover like this in Morrowind that's not just like the Grazelands, you know? This looks very, very different from the Grazelands. What the heck is going on up here? Tower? Okay. Holy crap, that scared me. Please, let me just explore in peace. Freaking little bug. Okay. So, we can't go up because our jump's so good, but it's blocked. Let's go to the lower level. Apparently this is bigger than it lets on. Ooh, see, now this is pretty interesting. It looks like the... Oh, skeleton's rising up. It looks like the Dark Brotherhood lair in Blood Moon. A lot of undead here, huh? Come on. I want to explore. There we go. So this is like a pantry? Maybe? Looks like it. Alright, this place looks pretty cool. A dead adventurer. Those are classics. So that door's locked. This door is locked, okay. You stay in there. Let's use our custom burninating spell that's apparently not very good. How much magic it uses. Holy crap, it sucks. Should have just used the fireball spell. A crank. Yeah, let's crank it. What did that do for us, though? More ghosts? That's refreshing. Oh, it opened up this big... Or opened up these, like... I don't even know what this is. A portcullis? Kind of? Gosh dang it, ghosts. These are, like, ancient, super strong ghosts, too. Holy crap. Alright, we're kind of dying. Let's armor ourselves up in Daedric. And die. Let's also get the bound Balags out, because these guys are pretty tough. That's actually surprising. Most enemies in Tamriel Rebuilt are low leveled. It's probably because we're such a high level, huh? Oh, we did hit a ghost with it. Alright, so what's going on in here? Bedroom. Nothing too crazy. Well, I guess we're going this way. Okay. There's a ghost. I was gonna say, some decent loot. Nothing too crazy. Gosh dang, our bound weapon went off again. So based off the design, I guess it's supposed to be like Tribunal. It's supposed to be the same style of like architecture. That's probably what it is. Alright, well, a cool little dungeon down here. Don't know why no one's maintaining that burial ground, but pretty cool, pretty cool. There's a little farm over here. Notice from Garves to all. I have left for Dondril. Do not enter. Let's enter. Are you dead, or is that a sleeping animation? She's dead. Why is she dead? Garves. Okay. Mr. Garves, I feel like we need to find you and talk to you about your dead wife or sister or whoever that is. What's going on over there? Some slaves. That's lovely. It's definitely a Dunmer name, so... There you are. Hey,
Happy to help. What's your problem?
leave me to pray, Dark Elf. Ask nothing of me. Latest rumors. I guess we can't talk to him about his dead wife. I guess he's just grieving. We should probably leave him alone. So this is how I actually tend to play when I'm not recording. I just sort of wander around and try to find cool stuff. And I've done that ever since I was a kid. To me, that's part of the fun of Bethesda games and what separates them from pretty much every other type of RPG. Another ancestral tomb. We'll go in here, why not? Is the exploration is just Bethesda at some point in time I felt like was the best in the business. Even though I enjoyed playing, that's a nice shirt, Starfield, it's hard to not be disappointed in the decisions they made when it comes to dungeon delving and whatnot, as most of it is not randomly generated, but randomly like placed. So if you find a POI, it's just the same one you ran into on a different planet. And that's just kind of lame. That's probably my biggest gripe with Starfield. Controversial, I know, but that's why I feel like Morrowind, Skyrim, Fallout 3, and Fallout 4 are great fun games to play. Even 76 is because the locations are all so well designed and interesting and unique. And so I wanted to channel that, I don't know, inner wonder that we used to have when we played these games, you know? We didn't know every single detail of where the best artifact was and what dungeons to go to first and how to optimize your character. We just played the game, you know? At least I did. Let's armor up again. Get our Daedric shield out. And I know I'm like self-inflicting pain on myself, but that's kind of the name of the channel at this point. Most games we play, I play on max difficulty and gimp myself, so. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a masochist. Let's keep exploring. Some dwarven gear we don't need. And part of the thing with us exploring these dungeons is if we had come here way earlier, obviously this loot would be a lot better for us and a lot more interesting for us. It's just, at this point, we're pretty, as you can tell, overpowered. So Daedric, or Dwarven Claymores over there, you know, does nothing for us. But if you were a lower level, it'd actually be really, really freaking good. You'd be happy you came here. That's pretty cool looking. There are even blades behind it. That's what a lot of Tamriel Rebuilt has, is low-level content. Typically, the higher level stuff you'll find in the factions, but most dungeons I feel like are made with low levels in mind, you know, level 5 or so. They're obviously not made for level 46 characters. The enemies are scaled, probably most of the time though, so it still will be a challenge sometimes. It's very easy to become overpowered in this game. Nothing good. And nothing good. Alright, well, nice little small dungeon, nothing too crazy for us. So I think I'm going to end the video there for today. This episode is obviously very unstructured, pretty random, chaotic, however you want to describe it. I made the video this way in the hopes that I could get some people to just take a step back and really appreciate the amount of work that these modders, artists, designers, whoever have put into making such a unique experience well past Morrowind's original, you know, DLC time frame. And maybe it'll inspire you to go back to how we used to play games. We wouldn't look up guides, we wouldn't try to min-max, we didn't know the location of every single artifact. We just explored the world that was designed for us. I think next time I'm going to continue doing this. It's been pretty fun. Other than that though, thank you for watching and peace out.